Are our software licensing costs optimized? Even though cloud and SaaS are the shiny new objects, most of your risk and spend is with traditional software like databases, web servers, and operating systems produced by publishers like Microsoft, IBM, Oracle, and SAP. And it is very easy to spend too much or not enough as software moves around the organization. Why is software asset management such a challenge to get this right? As your environment becomes more complex, so do the challenges with optimizing software. From Flexera's 2021 State of ITAM survey, we see that dealing with SaaS, cloud, and containers is the top challenge, followed by software optimization to save costs and the continued complexity of vendor use rights, commonly known as product use rights. In this same report, the respondent average annual software spend is $74 million. This is a significant investment for any organization, and software typically comprises 15 to 20% of the total IT budget. Yet in the State of ITAM report, respondents self-estimated that 28% of all software spend is wasted. So that means that you're potentially wasting whole percentage points of your total IT budget on software that is not optimized. This is money that could be going to other digital transformation initiatives. So why is this exponential, and what does exponential look like? Imagine you're a Global 2000 company with an average of 5 versions of SQL Server across 4 editions. The starting price for this application is around $25,000. Let's say you have 125 installs across 8 physical locations, multiple clouds, and containers. And each of these installs is licensed based upon the number of CPUs, cores, the size of the machine, whether it's a hot or cold backup, whether it's used for disaster recovery. Just those metrics alone mean you need to look at hundreds of different elements for each install to determine how it should be properly licensed. And this is just for one application. Once you factor in all of your other Microsoft applications that have just as complex licensing, you can see that it becomes very exponential quickly and adds up to millions of dollars. Any one mistake could be costly. So let's take a deeper look at software asset management. On the surface, software asset management looks quite simple. You compare what you have in inventory with your purchases and contracts to develop an effective license position. But bringing this data together is complex because of the number of SKUs and product use rights that you can possibly buy. Flexera One's ITAM solution solves this complexity by normalizing your software inventory and enriching it with market data like end of life, or whether it's part of a bundle, and provides you with accurate data on the actual product that's installed. On the other side of the equation, Flexera has rich intelligence about SKU numbers and product use rights, so you can normalize all of your procurement data about what you've purchased. Finally, Flexera has intelligent algorithms to compare what you have versus what you bought and automatically applies optimization rules, like which of edition of a product should you be counting based on the most favorable use rights, depending on how it's installed. Automatic application of product use rights is critical because of the complexity of licensing. Product use rights including virtual use rights, multiplexing, upgrade rights, downgrade rights, use rights based upon whether the software is highly available or used for hot or cold backups. Is it used for production or non-production? Is it in a partition or cluster? Is it used in a container? All of these use rights impact the cost of any given installation. This is the world of complexity where Flexera excels. Microsoft, Oracle, IBM, Red Hat, VMware are all over your enterprise, and being able to effectively determine your license position could mean significant savings, reduction of risk, and right sizing of contracts. Flexera One's software asset management enables you to reconcile even the most complex applications by providing intelligence about purchase programs, maintenance levels, license metrics, so you can accurately apply the purchase terms. Then we automatically associate them with product use rights to optimize the environment based upon how you're actually using the products. With Flexera, you can take insights into action and spend less time counting and more time making decisions. Let's take our SQL Server example. You get complete visibility into where the application is running, whether it's on-prem or cloud, or in a container, and whether it was installed with Bring Your Own License or is it part of another subscription program. Flexera automatically compares what you have to the number of licenses that you have for the application. Flexera can tell you the business service that are dependent on SQL Server and your compliance position. Now you have combined insights to inform actions, like how many licenses are cloud eligible and whether they are right-sized. Now you can gain a comprehensive view of your resources, including when they're end of life, what business units are using them so that you can accurately charge back, and view your IT in the way that your business views it, enabling you to visualize your spend and manage risk of audits by eliminating time-consuming compliance exercises for your most sophisticated contracts, and automatically optimizing software license spend across desktop, data center, and cloud, even if you're bringing your own licenses to the cloud, so that you can mitigate risk of vendor audit findings. Having this knowledge about your license positions enables you to stop wasting money on maintenance, to reclaim and redistribute money from underused software and SaaS, and negotiate contracts based upon what you actually need. What sets Flexera apart is our ability to go deep into license optimization. Flexera enables you to manage SQL Server, Exchange, Microsoft 365, and complicated applications from other vendors like IBM, Oracle, and SAP. You now have the insights you need to right-size your spend with your most strategic vendors, including what you're spending, what you should be spending based upon the product use rights, and comparing that to entitlements. You simply cannot take a siloed approach anymore. Flexera One provides you a holistic view of all of your technology spend. This is critically important because you are only going to negotiate one contract with vendors like Microsoft, IBM, and Oracle, whose product portfolio spans multiple hybrid environments. If you're looking at cloud, software, and SaaS spend in silos, then you're at a disadvantage when it comes to right-sizing your contract with these strategic vendors. You need to know all software, whether it's on-premises, the cloud, or SaaS. So as an example, for Microsoft, what do you have on-premise? What do you have with 365? And what are you spending with Azure to get this whole contract right? This is the power of Flexera One. We don't look at just on-prem software because that would only provide you with a piece of the puzzle that you need. And it pays off. In our State of ITAM survey of small, mid-size, and enterprise customers, the average yearly savings from software asset management is $6.4 million. 5% of respondents save more than $25 million a year. 11% save over $10 million a year. That is a lot of money that you can contribute back into your digital transformation initiatives. Learn how you can optimize even for the most complex licenses like IBM Cloud Paks and Oracle Fusion Middleware in your hybrid IT environment by visiting us at flexera.com.